Hello, I'm Clarice Warner, the girl with the pearls, the founder and education director of the Professional Reimbursement Network, LLC, where coding education is key. And today, I want to talk to you about the little gift we got last week. So last week, CMS issued its proposed Outpatient Prospective Payment System rule, or OPPS rule. So every year, the CMS posts both a proposed rule and a final rule. So the proposed rules allow commenters to weigh in one way or the other on the proposed changes that they are preparing to make for the final rule. So now you have an opportunity to get in on the cutting edge floor and make some comments. So stay tuned to the end of the video as I have an announcement to make relative to one of the proposed changes in the proposed rule. So stay tuned for that. So there are three things that I want to really talk about. The first one is total knee replacements. Now, if you know anything about total knee replacements, they are on the inpatient only list. And CMS is now proposing in their 600 and something odd page document of proposed rules, they are proposing to remove total knee replacements from the inpatient only list. And this has huge implications. One of the implications is around whether or not this will lead to the service being able to be provided at like an ambulatory surgery center, or will it be completely an outpatient? Well, currently, even if they remove it from the inpatient only list, if the patient is inpatient and has the surgery and has the procedure, then they are still allowed to do that, but there will be challenges related to the provider community because they now fall into having to document precisely the medical necessity of that procedure on an inpatient basis. So if you know anything about the 2 midnight rule, it will surely kick in related to this. So the provider will need to document that the patient needs to stay in the hospital at least 2 midnights in order for that to be a true inpatient stay and in order to be paid for that. So again, that will have some huge implications on the inpatient hospital world. And looking for probably the shift to allowing total knee replacements to occur in ambulatory surgery centers. The second thing is that CMS is soliciting comments on removing the total hip replacements from the inpatient only rule. So they're not proposing to do that, but they are soliciting comments from folks to see if that's something that they want to move towards. Not only are they soliciting comments on the removal, but they are also soliciting comments on making it a service that can be provided in ambulatory surgery centers. So you see how this is progressing with both of those procedures. The last thing, and this is the big thing that has, well, before I get to that, why it is that both of these are important is because during our federal program integrity, enforcement type of activity that we've had in the last several years, they have been talking about joint procedures and how there have been some problems related to the documentation and the medical necessity for joint procedures. So this sort of has been in the works for a while now. So as you see the enforcement agents looking at particular services, keep in mind that there are some folks behind the scenes that are also looking in making some changes related to the rules surrounding those services. So more to come on that. So now, without further ado, let's talk about the one thing that's in this proposed rule that has some implications for you and I, particularly if you are striving to be a certified marketable medical coder, and aren't we all? So I've mentioned to you before about an evaluation and management course that I am developing for folks who want to expand their evaluation and management skills. So it's a little higher level than just for certification, even though folks who have not been certified are more than welcome to jump into the course. But it's really just to give you more details related to evaluation and management, what it entails, and what skills you need to bring to the table in order to be successful and master E&M services. So the one little wrench that has now come into the program, we've had a couple of them this summer, but this latest one that was part of the OPPS proposed rule that CMS released on Thursday is that they are seeking comments on potentially changing the evaluation and management documentation rules and guidelines, particularly as it relates to the history and the physical exam. CMS agrees with most of us in the healthcare community that the rules are somewhat outdated, and they are outdated particularly because of the new technology that we now use for documentation, i.e. the electronic medical record. And it plays a part in the clinical workflows and pathways as it relates to using the electronic medical record. So they're looking to see what can be done that can sort of ease the burden on documentation for providers, but then again keeping the integrity of the evaluation and management code. So they have a lot of work that they want to do, and they are soliciting comments from folks like you and I. So what I do, I'm challenging you to go ahead and solicit your comments related to what do you think the actual changes should look like? Where would you weigh in on it? If you are someone that are currently coding evaluation and management services, what do you think about that? Hey, I'd be interested in knowing that. Place that information in the comment section below. Also, if you are interested in soliciting comments, you can Google the document CMS 1678-P, and in that 600-page document, it actually is closer to the first few pages, but they give you information on how you can submit your responses. You can submit them electronically. You can submit them via mail. You cannot fax them, but you can also, if you're in the Washington, D.C. area, just stop on by. So again, I challenge you to reach out and submit your comments. Your comments are actually due by September 1st, I believe. So you have a few weeks now to craft a great comment in either support or opposition of CMS changing the history and physical exam guidelines related to evaluation and management services. So stay tuned. We will still have our evaluation and management course, and I will probably in the next couple of weeks or FAQs drop some little nuggets related to specifically related to evaluation and management in order to prepare for that in anticipation of whatever the changes that may occur. So we will definitely make sure that we add those changes into our program. So if you found value in this video, we believe that sharing is caring, and we hope that you will share this information with your friends and colleagues, as well as comment to my question. Are you interested in the changes? Do you think this is a great thing? What do you think about them potentially changing and going from 95 and 97 guidelines to something totally new as it relates to the history and physical examination? And are you thinking about, or will you submit some comments? I'm really curious to know that information. So again, put that information in the comments below. I also have a link to the actual proposed, there's a PDF. The actual published document won't come out until July 20th, but there is a PDF of the unpublished document, and I'll place that information in the comment or in the description box below. So you have that. So again, please comment, like, share, and subscribe. And yes, we are still trying to hit our goal of 1,000 subscribers, and I check every day. So thank you for those who are now part of our wonderful channel. I hope you do really find value in the information that I am providing to help you in becoming a certified marketable medical coder and to have those tools that you need to be successful in our profession. Again, I hope you are enjoying this wonderful summer day, and I look forward to talking to you next week. Have a great one. Bye.